KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. That beautiful house next door might be a rental. The American dream of owning a home is changing. Instead of buying, many people are choosing to rent, at least for the time being. We have LaBeth from Heritage House here this morning to break it down for us. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So the main question is, are more people renting nowadays?
I wouldn't necessarily say more people are renting. Specifically in our market, we're a college town. So we've got several students that, of course, rent, and there's some single families out there that are renting as well.
Okay. When it comes to rental properties, are you seeing an increase in those around Northeast Missouri?
I think we've seen an increase here the past couple of years just due to, the attendance at Truman has gone up. We've got a new dental school coming in. So our market here locally is student driven. So we are seeing kind of an influx in newer apartment buildings.
Okay, and with these rentals, a lot of them, we do have apartments for rent that are, are in little areas, but then we also have several houses that homeowners decide to rent out, and you might see those rental signs in your neighborhood. Now, do people consider that like a decrease in their property value by any chance?
I don't see any decrease in property value in regards to that. As long as you maintain your property and take care of it, there shouldn't be any decrease at all.
Okay, and so we talked about, students, Truman as well as ATSU and the new dental school as well with renting. Are there any other types of groups that you've seen an increase when it comes to rental properties that are coming and wanting to rent as opposed to buying?
We're actually seeing quite a few newer first-time home buyers come in the market. There's some great programs out there for financing. Homes are affordable in Kirksville, and interest rates are low. So it's really, right now we're seeing I would say probably more people looking to buy than to rent.
Okay, and if somebody is interested in possibly taking their home and instead of selling it on the market, renting, do you recommend them doing that, or do you would rather have them go ahead and sell their property?
There's probably more of a need for houses, for single families as opposed, like I said, we're kind of student driven here. So, there's a need for bigger homes for families that have children, as opposed to just 1 or 2 bedroom apartments and duplexes and even houses. So we do have professionals moving in as well that are only going to be here for a year, that might not want to buy and just want to look into renting. So
it might be a good investment for a homeowner that might have that extra house, or they bought another house, and instead of selling it, to go ahead and rent it out to those professional students that are here for a couple of years.
Other than the headaches that come along with being a property manager, it could definitely be a good investment.
So prepare yourself for that if you do decide to rent.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So with the housing market starting slowly rebounding, now do you recommend people that are, maybe, are on the hunt for a house to continue renting, or should they go ahead and find that house that they fall in love with and make that extra $100, $200 payment on their mortgage?
Well, what we're seeing is with the interest rates so low, people can actually go out and buy a house cheaper than what they can rent it for.
Really?
So as long as you've got a decent credit score, 620 and above, typically is kind of what the banks are looking for. That you can get into a house in a very affordable fashion. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking about buying here in the next year or two, now's the time to do it. These interest rates are going to go up eventually, and houses are more affordable today than they've ever been.
Yeah, and like you just said, in some instances, they might actually be cheaper to buy with your mortgage as opposed to a rental.
I run across that quite a bit with going through payments of rental monthly payments versus mortgage payments. Now the only difference would be is when you're renting, you're allowing the landlord to mow the yard or to make repairs. When you're owning, you're definitely responsible for everything involved that comes along with home ownership.
All right. Well, all of this is really important information. So what we'll do is we'll post all this on our website, as well as LaBeth and Heritage House information if anybody out there has any questions for you, if they're interested in renting their property or even buying, and we'll go ahead and post all that information. Thank you so much.
That's perfect. Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
All right.